In today's video, a security camera captures something truly unsettling. It's late at night, the street is silent, and the dim glow of the streetlights barely illuminates the pavement. The camera, positioned on the front porch of a house, shows a clear view of the street. Everything seems normal at first. A gentle breeze rustles the trees, the occasional car passes in the distance, and the only sound is the faint hum of crickets. But then the dog starts barking. The family's large dog, a normally calm animal, suddenly jumps up and rushes to the front gate, barking aggressively at something. At first, it looks like he's barking at nothing. His body is tense, tail stiff, ears pulled back. His barks are deep, frantic, almost panicked. Then something moves. A shadowy figure glides across the street. It moves fast, too fast. The shape is humanoid, but wrong. It's dark, blurry at the edges, like it doesn't belong in the frame. For a brief moment, the camera struggles to focus on it like it's not meant to be recorded. And then, just as quickly as it appeared, it's gone. The dog keeps barking, growling at the empty street. It's as if he still sees something standing there, even though the camera shows nothing. The owner, watching the footage the next day, pauses the video, rewinds, and watches frame by frame. For a split second, just one frame, the figure appears clearer. Its limbs are elongated, its posture hunched, and its head is turned directly toward the camera. But the worst part? There are no facial features, just a smooth, dark void where a face should be. Then the next frame, it's gone, vanished. But the dog, even after the figure disappears, he keeps barking at the same spot, as if whatever was there never really left. The video ends. A man is exploring an abandoned property in the late afternoon. The sun is beginning to set, casting an eerie orange glow over the landscape. The place looks completely deserted, with an old rotting house in the background. The walls are worn and cracked, the windows dark and empty like hollow eyes watching from a distance. He is recording everything on his phone, carefully walking through the overgrown yard. The air is still, too still. Even the trees seem strangely silent, no wind, no rustling leaves. As he scans the yard with his camera, something catches his attention. A face. It's almost invisible among the tall grass and rusted debris. Just watching. His chest tightens. At first, he thinks it's a person standing near the tree line, just out of reach of the fading light. He zooms in. The face doesn't move. It's too pale, too stiff. It takes him a moment to realize it's not a person. It's a doll. A life-size doll, propped against a wooden fence. Its head slightly tilted, lips slightly parted, as if frozen mid-sentence. He takes a step closer, and then he sees more. The entire yard is full of them, scattered among dead bushes, leaning against trees, half buried in the dirt. At least a dozen of them, all human-sized, all eerily lifelike. Some dressed in tattered clothes, others completely naked, their synthetic skin covered in dirt and dust. Their eyes like glass, too reflective, too deep. Their faces frozen in silent expressions, some with faint smiles, others with empty, vacant stares. Slowly, he moves the camera across the yard, trying to capture the scene. And then, he notices something even worse. One of them is facing the house, as if watching the dark windows, as if waiting for something inside to come out. His heartbeat quickens. He steps forward and carefully inspects one of the dolls closest to him. It looks too real, too human. The skin artificial, yet detailed, complete with wrinkles and veins. The hair not plastic, but real strands, tangled and matted. His stomach churns. Then, a noise, a soft creaking sound coming from the house. The man turns, pointing the camera toward the back door. The wooden door is slightly open. It wasn't like that before. His breathing becomes unsteady. The camera shifts back to the dolls, and his blood runs cold. One of them has moved. It was leaning against a tree before. Now, It's standing, facing him. He takes a shaky step back. His hands are sweating, gripping his phone tighter. Then, one of the dolls falls. The dull thud shatters the silence, but the way it falls is wrong. It doesn't drop like a lifeless object. It lands too gently, too naturally, like it was trying to catch itself. The man doesn't wait to see what happens next. He turns and runs toward the road, gasping, his phone shaking as he flees the yard. Just before the video cuts off, he accidentally swings the camera back toward the dolls. And in that split second, one of them is now standing, watching, its head slightly tilted, as if amused. The video ends abruptly. What do you think this was? Let me know your thoughts. A woman is recording a casual video for her social media in her bedroom. It's a normal, neither phone is propped up, and she's chatting about her day, her plans, and responding to comments from her followers. The room is cozy, warmly lit, decorated with posters, string lights, and plush pillows. She's smiling, laughing, completely at ease. Everything seems completely normal. Until it isn't. A faint creaking sound interrupts her mid-sentence. She pauses, furrowing her brows, glancing toward the door. "Did you hear that?" she asks with a small laugh, shaking her head as if brushing it off. She shrugs and continues. But then it happens again. A soft shuffle from the hallway, like bare feet dragging lightly against the floor. Her smile falters. She turns toward the door again, the phone still recording. The door is open just a crack, leading into the dimly lit hallway. And then, something moves. A dark, shadowy figure passes the doorway. It moves so quickly and smoothly that it's almost like a blur. But it's there. She doesn't notice it at first. She continues talking, completely unaware of what just happened behind her. It's only later, while editing the footage, that she sees it. Her stomach drops. She rewinds, playing the clip frame by frame, and that's when she sees it clearly. The shadow, not just a blur, but a figure. Tall, thin, dark. The figure moves too fast to be human, almost gliding across the hallway. Her hands begin to shake as she replays it over and over. She was home alone. There should have been no one else in the house. She rushes to check the hallway, phone in hand, still recording. The corridor is empty, silent. The door to the guest room, closed. The bathroom, empty. But the air feels different, heavier, colder. Her skin prickles with an overwhelming sense of being watched. She stands there for a moment, listening, barely breathing. Then another noise. Not from the hallway, from inside her room. A light tap. Her head whips around, camera shaking in her hand. But there's nothing. No one. She checks her closet, under the bed, behind her desk. Nothing. But deep down, she knows something was there. That feeling of being watched doesn't go away. Later that night, unable to sleep, she re-watches the footage once more. She slows it down frame by frame. And that's when she notices something even worse. The shadowy figure in the hallway? It didn't just pass by. For a split second, it stopped, turned, looked into her room, looked directly at her. And then, almost as if realizing she wasn't aware of it yet, it continued moving. The realization makes her skin crawl. She posts the video online, hoping someone can explain it. The comments flood in. Some call it a glitch. Others say it's just a shadow from outside. But the most unsettling comments? The ones that say, it wasn't just passing by, it was watching you, and it knew you didn't see it. A security camera captures something truly bizarre and unexplainable. It's past midnight, and the street is completely empty. The weak glow of a few flickering streetlights barely illuminates the cracked pavement. The camera, positioned at the front of a house, has a wide, clear view of the street. At first, everything is normal. No cars, no pedestrians, not even the sound of distant traffic. Just a quiet, eerie stillness. Then something moves. A shadow shifts near the far edge of the frame. The movement is subtle at first, almost easy to miss. But as the figure steps forward, it becomes horribly clear. It's not a person. It's a pair of legs. Only legs. Moving, walking, with no body. The legs are long and thin, human-like, but slightly off. They walk naturally, bending at the knee, as if attached to an invisible torso, but there's nothing above the waist. No torso, no head, just two legs. Walking down the empty street, as if this were completely normal. The footage continues rolling as the legs step forward with an eerie confidence, like they know exactly where they're going. The camera's infrared night vision mode kicks in for a moment, making the figure even clearer. But it doesn't help. There's still nothing there. No shadow where an upper body should be. Just legs walking through the night. Then they stop. Right in front of the house, they turn, as if noticing the camera. The way they pivot is unnatural sharp, mechanical, like a puppet being controlled by invisible strings. For a few agonizing seconds, they just stand there, motionless, facing the camera. Then, without warning, they sprint. Fast. Too fast. Not running like a person, more like something being dragged forward by an unseen force. The camera struggles to keep up. The frame glitches, distorts. For a split second, there's interference. A strange, static-like whispering sound echoes through the footage. And then they vanish, disappearing into the shadows beyond the streetlights. The camera keeps rolling, but nothing else moves. The street is silent again. The footage is replayed frame by frame. And that's when something even more disturbing appears. Before the legs disappear for a single frame, there's a third leg. Just for a second. Thing gone. And in that same frame, in the far distance, something else appears. Not another pair of legs. Something tall, thin, watching. Something that wasn't there before. The person reviewing the footage pauses the video, heart pounding. The legs were weird enough. But that thing in the background? It was waiting the entire time. The video ends. If you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want more stories like this, make sure to hit the like button. It really helps the channel. And of course, if you're not subscribed yet, subscribe now and turn on notifications so you don't miss any new content. But now tell me, what do you think really happened in this story? Was it just imagination, or was something actually there? Leave your opinion in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video, if you can sleep until then.